A ring is never just a ring. It's not simply metal and stone, not just something you slide onto your finger before facing the world, and definitely not a random choice your conscious mind believes it's making. Rings are symbols. They are the unconscious speaking through your everyday choices. They are the silent language of the psyche, revealing the commitments you're making to yourself, the power you're claiming, the transformation you're undergoing, whether you've consciously acknowledged it or not. Before you are 4 rings, 4 archetypal energies, 4 inner states of the soul that exist within the collective unconscious and within you. Each ring carries its own psychological signature, its own energetic frequency, its own story about where you are in your journey of individuation. They aren't just sitting there passively, they're mirroring something profound about the way you're moving through your inner world right now. If you're ready to discover what your unconscious is trying to tell you, stay with me through this entire exploration. And if you've been searching for deeper self-understanding, hit that subscribe button now, because this channel is dedicated to helping you decode the hidden messages your psyche sends you every single day. Whether with power, mystery, freedom, or transformation, don't overthink this moment. Let your intuition choose. Look at the 4 rings and allow your attention to land where it naturally wants to land. The unconscious always knows first. The ego only catches up later. The statement ring carries the energy of sovereignty, visibility, and unapologetic presence. The delicate band holds the archetype of the minimalist, someone who finds power in subtlety and strength in simplicity. The vintage ornate ring breathes old soul wisdom, a psyche connected to ancestral memory and timeless truths. The dark signet ring carries the energy of the shadow integrator, mystery, psychological depth, and a seriousness that sees beyond surface reality. Your choice of ring is your unconscious revealing the commitment your soul is ready to make next in your process of becoming whole. So take a breath, trust the intelligence that lives beneath thought, and choose the ring that captured your attention in the very first second. Are you ready? If you chose the statement ring, it reveals something extraordinary about your inner landscape. Inside you lives a very particular kind of archetypal energy, not performative, not compensating for anything, but solid, unmistakable, and impossible to diminish. Even in moments when you forget this part of yourself, it continues to exist like a golden thread woven through your psyche. The statement ring symbolizes someone who doesn't merely exist in spaces, you command them. You choose visibility. You maintain your center even when your emotional ground feels unstable, even when the collective tries to pull you down into invisibility. This choice says volumes about your relationship with your inner sovereign. You are not someone whose spirit breaks easily. You can be deeply sensitive, emotionally complex, capable of profound doubt and uncertainty. But when life demands that you step into your power, something inside you aligns instantly. A deeper, more integrated version of yourself emerges. She knows how to take up space without apology. She speaks her truth without dilution. She holds her dignity even when chaos surrounds her. This isn't a persona you're performing. This is your activated archetype, the part of you that refuses to play small. Your relationship with power is nuanced. You don't use visibility to dominate or intimidate. Your power is presence itself. Your power is the refusal to shrink when the world pressures you to be less than you are. Your power is the ability to keep shining your light even when your confidence wavers, even when your heart races with uncertainty, even when the path ahead is unclear. This is your psychological signature, bold, centered, undeniable. People often unconsciously gravitate toward individuals like you. You may have noticed how others seek you out for inspiration, direction, or courage. Somehow, your energy alone can inspire, awaken, and catalyze transformation in the emotional field. You don't need elaborate speeches. Just your authentic presence is enough for others to remember their own forgotten power. But this visibility carries a shadow. Because you appear so radiant, people may assume you don't experience doubt. They forget you contain vulnerability, that you also need reassurance, understanding, and sacred space to be uncertain. You often carry more scrutiny than is fair because you're unconsciously cast as the one who has it all figured out, the one who never falters.
Before we go deeper, if this is resonating with you, drop a comment below telling me which ring you chose. Your engagement helps this content reach others who are also on the path of self-discovery. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the moment. We're building a community of conscious individuals here. The statement ring is a reminder that authentic power includes vulnerability, not performing strength constantly, not maintaining perfection at all costs, but allowing yourself to be human, emotional, fully alive. You are someone who transforms vision into reality. Your creative force is quiet but razor sharp. Your dreams may take time, but once you commit, you follow through with devotion and unwavering focus. Your I will often becomes I have, not because of luck, but because of integrated willpower. Your choice of the statement ring also reveals something about your relationship with your own magnificence. You know you have the right to be seen, to shine brightly, to claim your space in this world. Even if society taught you to dim your light, something in you glows, an inner radiance that cannot be hidden, no matter how much the ego tries to suppress it for the comfort of others. And love. Love for you is passionate and honest. You don't offer your heart to those who cannot match your intensity, but once you commit, it is fierce, loyal, and rooted in mutual celebration. You need a partner who celebrates your light instead of feeling threatened by it, someone who stands beside you as an equal, not someone who needs you smaller. Because your power isn't about domination, it's about inspiration. It seeks to elevate, not diminish. You move through life with conscious fire. You create when others consume. You speak truth when others hide behind comfortable silence. You claim your worth when others apologize for existing. Even if life temporarily asks you to remove the ring and walk through difficulty, the imprint of your sovereign energy remains strong. If you chose the statement ring, it means your inner sovereign is fully awake right now. It doesn't demand validation. It doesn't perform for approval. It simply stands inside you like an unshakable pillar you can rely on as you rise higher. Your unconscious is communicating one clear message. You're ready to be seen, and you will be. If you chose the delicate band, if your psyche chose the delicate band, it reveals a very particular kind of soul energy living inside you. Refined, intentional, attuned, and quietly powerful. It's the kind of presence people remember long after you've left the room, not because you demanded attention, but because your essence lingered like a gentle fragrance. But don't mistake simplicity for weakness. The minimalism in you carries its own profound form of psychological strength. Your choice is not random. Souls who gravitate toward the delicate band are souls operating from the archetype of the Essentialist, the one who values authenticity, clarity, emotional truth, and genuine substance above all superficial display. Your heart feels deeply, perceives subtly, attunes carefully to what truly matters. The delicate band represents purity, intention, and quiet confidence, but not the performative kind. This is embodied confidence, the kind that shows in the way you choose, listen, sense, and love. You notice what others overlook, a shift in someone's energy, a truth hiding beneath their words, an emotion they're trying to conceal. You don't speak to fill silence. You speak when words carry meaning. There is a rare quality of presence inside you that doesn't try to impress or prove itself. It simply exists like clean water, essential and life-giving to any space you enter. But again, your simplicity is not emptiness. People who choose the delicate band often appear understated at first glance. Calm, thoughtful, measured. And yes, you are capable of deep feeling. You absorb the emotional world intensely. You care profoundly. Sometimes you care more than others ever realize. Yet underneath that simplicity lives remarkable clarity. You don't survive through noise. You don't convince through force. Your strength is the ability to remain clear in a world that rewards chaos. Your courage shows in the way you stay true to your essence, even when the world pressures you to be more, louder, different. You are not made of fragility. You are made of distilled, essential strength. Your choice shows that authenticity and substance matter deeply to you. Not surface-level achievement, but genuine soul alignment. You cannot thrive in cluttered spaces or around people who wear psychological masks. You sense authenticity and performance immediately. You know when someone's presence is real and when it's manufactured.
You give attention, energy, and presence generously, but only to what truly deserves it. Your unconscious guides you toward the people and pursuits worthy of your refined focus. Sometimes, though, this minimalist energy leads others to underestimate you. They may mistake your quietness for passivity. They may assume your gentleness means you lack boundaries. They may think your simplicity means you're simple. But the delicate band also symbolizes steel wrapped in silk. It reminds you that true strength doesn't need to announce itself. You know your worth without needing external validation. You hold your ground without creating drama. You set boundaries with grace that feels effortless, but is actually deeply intentional. Your presence alone has clarifying qualities. You simplify without diminishing. You focus without rigidity. You make people feel like they can breathe, like they can be honest, like they don't need to perform. You bring stillness where there is noise and clarity where there is confusion. You are like morning light, not harsh, not overwhelming, but illuminating in a way that reveals truth. If you chose the delicate band, know this: the world desperately needs the kind of energy you carry, the quiet clarity that endures, the simplicity that does not waver, the focus that comes not from limitation, but from knowing
exactly what matters. Your strength is refined, but it is real. Your simplicity is intentional, but it is powerful. Your presence is gentle, but it is deeply, profoundly transformative. If you chose the Vintage Ornate Ring, if your soul chose the Vintage Ornate Ring, it speaks of a psyche that carries ancient wisdom. You are a person of depth, intuition, timeless understanding, and connection to something far older than this lifetime. You don't belong to the superficial momentum of modern consciousness. You don't flourish in spaces that value speed over substance. You are shaped by memory, by inherited wisdom, by the quiet knowing that comes from a soul that has lived many internal lifetimes. There is nothing contemporary about your psychological makeup. You sense, you remember, you recognize. You carry patterns that feel older than your years. You understand truths that weren't taught to you, but somehow feel familiar. You connect to beauty, ritual, meaning, and symbolism in ways others find mysterious. Depth isn't just a preference for you, it's a psychological necessity. Without it, something inside you begins to starve. If you chose this ring, your life has likely held many moments where you felt out of sync with your generation. Not because you tried to be different, but because your soul is structured differently. You experience reality through layers of meaning. You sense history where others see only the present. You notice patterns, cycles, echoes of ancient truths playing out in modern circumstances. Your inner eyes are always looking through time itself. Perhaps you began life trying to fit into the contemporary world, following trends, adopting modern values, pretending the surface was enough. But at some point, something inside you awakened. Something whispered from the depths, "This isn't where you belong." And from that moment on, the journey became an excavation of your true, timeless nature. You don't want to be modern. You want to be eternal. You don't want to be relevant. You want to be real, in the way ancient things are real, solid, tested, proven through time.
But this old soul energy carries a shadow. Sometimes you feel isolated in a world that values the new over the meaningful. Sometimes you feel too deep for a culture that celebrates the shallow. Sometimes you feel like you're speaking a language no one else understands, like you're homesick for a time and place that exists only in your psyche. But this isn't a flaw. This is part of your archetypal blueprint. You don't find meaning through innovation. You find it through remembering, through honoring, through connecting to eternal patterns. Your soul learns by recognizing what has always been true, not by chasing what is temporarily exciting. Wisdom is woven into your psychological fabric. You understand not only with your mind, but with your soul, your intuition, your entire being. You see connections across time. You understand life through symbols, rituals, stories, archetypes. Your knowing is deeper than logic, and that is your compass through the world. You are gentle, but not naive, traditional, but not rigid, wise, but not closed. Your connection to the past is not nostalgia, it is alignment with timeless truth. Now, before I reveal something crucial about all 4 rings, I want you to do something. If you're finding value in this exploration, hit that like button right now. It tells me this content matters to you and it helps others discover this work. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe now and turn on notifications. We're going deep into the psyche together, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Choosing the Vintage Ornate Ring means you're being called to honor your depth right now. A remembering, a recognition, a quiet return to what your soul has always known. Your environment, your relationships, your daily life, something in you is asking for more meaning. And when your soul calls for depth, you must honor it. You are not meant to live on the surface. You may feel different. You may feel alone. You may wander through spaces that feel too shallow. But you always return to your center because depth is your way of breathing. The Vintage Ornate Ring says one thing clearly. You are the keeper of wisdom, the holder of memory, the bridge between past and present. You don't fit into modern frameworks. You carry something eternal. If you chose the Dark Signet Ring, understand this. Your choice is not merely about aesthetic preference. It is a revelation of the unconscious. It speaks of someone who sees deeper than others, feels more intensely than they reveal, and walks through shadow without losing their connection to integrated wholeness. This choice marks a person who carries powerful psychological energy, one shaped by transformation, mystery, authority, and hard-won self-knowledge. You are not surface level. You are not simple. You are someone who has descended, integrated, transformed, and gained understanding that many people never touch in their entire lives. The Dark Signet Ring symbolizes someone who carries their own authority. It's the symbol of the shadow integrator, the one who knows that darkness is not something to fear or deny. It's terrain to explore, understand, and integrate into wholeness. You are not cold. You are not closed. You are sovereign. People often perceive power in you, not because you display it, but because you embody it. You are the kind of person whose psychological presence commands respect without effort. Your inner authority unfolds slowly, only to those who have earned the right to witness it. Your inner world is sacred, and you know it. Not everyone gets access. The signet ring is a symbol of self-governance. You know how to rule your own psyche. You know how to say no when others expect compliance. You know when to walk away from spaces that no longer serve your evolution. Some may mistake this for coldness, but in truth it is self-sovereignty. You no longer tolerate what diminishes your soul. You no longer stay where you are not truly valued. You no longer accept relationships that are uncertain, superficial, or one-sided. Inside you lives a rare capacity to transform darkness into wisdom. You don't run from difficult truths. You don't fear the heavier aspects of existence. You understand that every shadow teaches something. Every ending creates space for rebirth. Every descent prepares you for a more authentic ascent. This makes you psychologically formidable. Many people avoid their shadow. You integrate it. Your intuition is sharp, almost uncanny. You sense deception long before there's proof. You feel inauthenticity before it reveals itself. You understand people's hidden motivations almost immediately. You don't need lengthy interactions to grasp someone's essence. One conversation, one exchange, one moment of presence, and you already know. This gift makes you naturally selective.
It may cause you to keep people at a distance until trust is earned. But it also protects you from situations that would devastate others. You see what's hidden before it surfaces. In love, you are like the depths of the ocean. Not a storm, not a shallow current, but depth itself. Quiet, powerful, overwhelming in its totality. You don't love casually. You don't trust easily. You don't commit without certainty. When your soul opens, it opens completely. And because of that, betrayal is something you do not tolerate, not out of bitterness, but out of profound self-respect. You protect your inner kingdom fiercely because you know its sacred value. The Dark Signet Ring belongs to those who have walked through psychological death and rebirth, those who have lost themselves at some point, then returned fundamentally transformed, those who have carried weight in silence, then found their own path to sovereignty, those who have lived chapters they cannot fully explain, but that forged them permanently. Your path is not about surface pleasures. It is about power, truth, integrity, and self-mastery. You're a person who seeks the real, the raw, the authentic core beneath all illusion. Choosing this ring says something powerful. You have survived transformation, and now you walk with earned authority. You carry quiet power. You carry mystery. You carry an entire universe inside you, and not everyone is meant to access it. You are not intimidating. You are simply sovereign. The deeper truth about all four rings. Now, before I reveal how all four of these connect, I want to invite you to join this community fully. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss content like this. We're exploring the depths of the psyche together, and your presence here matters. This is where we go beyond surface psychology into the real work of individuation. Each of the four rings before you is more than a style choice, more than an aesthetic preference, more than a random attraction. They are four archetypal energies, four ways of moving through the process of individuation, four psychological landscapes that exist within the collective unconscious and within your personal psyche. The statement ring reminds you of visibility and sovereign presence, not the kind that performs, but the kind that claims space with dignity. It is the energy that keeps you visible, choosing your magnificence, elevating yourself even when the world feels heavy. It is the inner fire that refuses to dim, the self-celebration that cannot be erased. The delicate band speaks of the Essentialist, the one who finds power in clarity and strength in intentional simplicity. It is the energy of someone who sees through noise to what truly matters and chooses substance even when the world rewards superficiality. It is the courage of a soul that stays true to its essence even when pressured to be more. The Vintage Ornate Ring breathes timeless wisdom, ancestral connection, and old soul understanding. It is the energy of a psyche that cannot be contained by contemporary consciousness, a spirit that needs depth, meaning, ritual, and connection to eternal truths. It is the reminder that some souls carry memory that transcends this lifetime. The Dark Signet Ring holds the shadow integrator, the sovereign authority, the one who has transformed darkness into power. It is the energy of someone who has descended into their depths without losing themselves, someone who values truth over comfort, self-mastery over approval, and authentic power over performed strength. But here is the most profound psychological truth. All four energies live inside you. They are not separate. They are not competing.
They are four faces of your complete self. At different moments in your journey of individuation, one archetype speaks louder than the others. Some days you embody the visible sovereign. Some days you refine into the essentialist. Some days you remember as the old soul. Some days you command as the shadow integrator. You are not just one archetype. You are a living, breathing mandala of psychological energies, a whole spectrum of inner states, transformations, and ways of being.
The choice you made today is not a fixed identity. It is a mirror of who you are right now, what your unconscious is processing, what your soul needs, what energy is awakening inside you at this particular moment in your journey. This choice is your psyche's way of communicating. This is what matters to me now. This is the commitment I'm ready to make. This is the step my soul wants to take next in the process of becoming whole. May your path be conscious. May your choices be intentional. May your inner voice stay loud enough to guide you. And may you always walk towards spaces where your soul feels free to become exactly what it's meant to be. No matter which ring is yours today, remember, you are always choosing who you become tomorrow. If this resonated with you, leave a comment sharing your choice and what it revealed. Subscribe to continue this journey of psychological depth with me, and share this video with someone who's ready to understand themselves on a deeper level. The unconscious is always speaking. The question is, are you listening?